Hello everyone, this is Dr. Dix coming back at you with another video. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button when you're viewing my video to subscribe to my YouTube channel. On Instagram, you can reach out to me at @KingofAutomation_AI and follow me. You can also on LinkedIn send me a connection request and search for Dr. Patrick Dix. And lastly, go to my website, thedixconsultinggroup.com. You can read my bio, you can view more of my videos, you can also contact me, and lastly, you can reach out to me for a consultation and select one that fits your needs. So again, I look forward to hearing from you. The title of this video is It's Real Out Here in These Streets. I want to be very frank and very real with everyone. I want people to think about this. The economy is on the downside. The housing market is crashing. Companies are starting to lay people off. And you know where that leads us to? It is real out here in these streets. And Peter, you could put this on the screen. It is real out here in these streets. You used to hear people in the hood say this, or you would hear people that didn't have a lot of money say this, saying it's real out here in these streets. But I want to talk to everyone about how life is changing and how if you don't have a plan right now, you will definitely be on the other side. And what I want people to think about is I talk about artificial intelligence and I talk about automation affecting how the workforce is going to be changed forever. But I also want people to think about how the decisions you're making in your life and decisions you made in your past are catching up with you. There's an old saying that goes, a good last name and respect will take you further than anything in life. Along with that saying and making the correct decisions for your life, I want to ask you, are you prepared for life? You know, I did a live stream, I think it was last week, talking about, do you have enough money to live, foreclosures, and how expensive it was to buy a vehicle when you needed to make $100,000? I want people to really ask themselves, are you out here playing around? Because it's about to get real out here. Just as this was the hottest summer on record, and for the past couple of years, you know, they have been telling us about global warming and everything and carbon emissions. I want people to think about this. This has finally caught up with us too, with, you know, emissions and the temperature of the earth. But also, I want you to think about this. Has your decisions 5 to 10 years from now caught up with you? Let's say less than 5. The pandemic was in March 2020. It is now September 2023. What decisions did you make in the last 3 years? What decisions have you made in the last 3 years, and how have they affected you? Excuse me. I want people to think about this. When you're younger, people always talk to you about a decision you made at 18 will affect you at 30. I am a living testament of that. You know, as I tell folks about my past and I talk to them about my education journey, one of the things I learned was deciding to go to school was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. Investing in myself was one of the best things I've ever done for my life. So decisions I made 15 plus years ago are impacting my life in 2023. And I want people to think about it like this. The decisions you made, how are they affecting you right now? Or did you choose to be single? Did you decide to have kids? Did you decide to be married, etc.? Did you try to defend and do things on your own in life? Because right now, we're going to have to be real with people. We have a lot of hard-headed people you couldn't tell anything to. And now when the check is due, and when I say the check is due, that means your bill in life is due. Now you're scrambling for help. You want things on credit. Life does not work like that. Life is all about making Life is all about making the correct decisions. And I talk to people and say this to them. Back in 2004 or 5, you could have made bad decisions and they wouldn't have caught up with you as they do now. And what I'm referring to is with technology. Back in 2004 and 5, for anyone listening to this video that is older or maybe the same age as me, smartphones was not as prevalent as they were, and technology was not as prevalent as it was. So you could have said stuff to people, you could have posted stuff online. You know, YouTube wasn't even around in 2004, and Facebook and some of the other places, some of the other social media things had just started in 2004 and some of the other years following. But back then, and I've said this to young people, I said, you don't get the opportunity to make mistakes like we did on the digital footprint, by saying things and doing things and having videos posted. So what I ask people and what I want them to think about is the decisions you're making, how are they impacting you right now? Right now, digitally, you cannot get out here on Twitter. It's named X right now. You can't get on any social media platform and just be crazy because much of that stuff is held forever. You know, the internet has only been we've been given access to the internet since the early 90s. You know, it's been around since the late 60s and 70s with the ARFA or DARFA project, one of those two, I can't remember. But I want people to think about the internet has only really been around for access to Americans since the early 90s. And are you out here using the internet for what it's for? Are you out here looking at gossip? Are you out here talking about places and doing things you know you can't afford to do? What I want people to remember is it is real out here. It costs a lot of money to live right now. And I'm going to say that in every video to get everybody to remember it. And I'll be honest with people on another thing. I was born in 1984. I remember in the late 80s and the early 90s, my parents were telling us, nobody cares if you're a young black man from South Carolina. Nobody cares about any of that. No one is coming to help you. You are on your own. And Peter, you could put that on the screen, and I want everybody to see that. You are on your own in the game of life. Just like in the game of football, if you're going to play man to man, you are on an island, as we say it, and you have that receiver or whatever offensive personnel to yourself. So we have to get tougher out here in life. And we also have to remember it is real out here. You have to make the correct choices if you want to get to the other side of the road. Blaming other people for your mistakes and choices will not fix things anymore. Artificial intelligence, automation, and other technologies are coming for jobs. Many of the things I do can be automated, and I know many of the things other people do can be automated. What I'm trying to get people to see is you need to be prepared. You need to have your ducks in order, and you need to know what you're doing You need to know what you're doing because it is real out here in these streets. And it is very, very tough. It is slowly becoming fall. I think fall is the 23rd of this month. And I want people to remember, it is cold out here with no heat, no shelter, no food, etc. If you want to be on that outside, if you want to be on the outside looking in, keep doing what you're doing and look at your results. I always ask people, think about the decisions you made, sit down and write down. Where have they gotten you? If you have a bunch of kids, you have a bunch of cars, you don't have any money, no retirement, etc., you have made terrible decisions. I'm going to be honest. I'm very honest with people. We have to be honest with people. We want them to change. Having a bunch of kids and a bunch of cars and being able to travel is not success. You know what success is? Being able to take care of yourself, having great health, having great mental capacity and physical capacity to do things. Being able, if needed, you could take care of someone else. That is success. Being able to leave a job and having your own money saved up. That is, in my opinion, those are some of the things, choices or some of the things that comes along with being successful. That's just my opinion. Sorry, I got tongue tied. And I just want people to remember that is success in my book, and the list can go longer. But what I want you to remember out here as I close this video, are you ready for what's about to come? Because it is real out here in these streets. Again, my name is Dr. Patrick Dix, and I will see you on the next video. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Peace.